Hi everyone, I'm gonna read to you today Greta and the Giants. I hope you love it. It's a really good, inspiring book about this little girl named Greta. Look, there was once a girl who lived at the heart of a beautiful forest. Can you see her forest? Her name was Greta, and look, all the animals liked her. One morning things weren't quite as they should be. Greta stepped out into her garden and there, huddled together in the shadows of the trees, were all the animals of the forest. A soft silvery brown wolf stepped forward with his tail low in the ground. "Please help us," he whispered. "The forest is broken. We don't know where to go. The giants are ruining our homes." Oh, that was so sad. Look. The giants had always been there, for as long as Greta could remember, but now they were worse than ever. They were huge, lumbering oafs, and they were always busy. They chopped down trees to build homes. Then they chopped down more trees to build bigger homes. The houses grew into towns, and the towns grew into cities, and they built factories and shops and cars and planes, and they worked all day and all night until eventually, see what happens. There was hardly any forest left. But the great giant forgot how wonderful the forest was. They didn't see all the little birds and bugs and butterflies and bats that rumble in the shadows. No one told them to stop because they were scared of them. Look, everybody was scared of the giants. They weren't telling them to stop doing that. Everyone except Greta. "Will you help us?" asked the wolf. Greta looked around her. The animals looked tired and sad, and she had to help them. But how? How would she help them? So Greta had an idea. "Stop!" The next morning Greta went into the middle of the forest and waited for help. No, waited for the giants to come. She stood alone holding a big sign. The sign said, "Stop! Stop!" She waited and waited, and look, there's some people watching her and some animals. She was just waiting and waiting and waiting. On the first day the giants didn't see her, and they lumbered by. On the second and third too. But on the fourth day something strange happened. Can anybody see what happened? What was the strange thing that happened? A little boy who had been watching Greta made a sign and came and sat down next to her. He didn't say much, but Greta knew he felt as she did. The little boy joined her. That was kind. Soon more people and animals saw what they were doing and joined in too. Everybody join. "Save our forest! Stop! Action now! Listen! Woo! Will you help? We love our words! Help!" Before long, a huge crowd filled the forest, stretching out to the city and the roads beyond. They stood together and waited, and waited, and waited. The crowd was so huge. Look, what do you think the giants are gonna do? That the giants stopped in their tracks. "Please stop!" Oh, and after Greta had spoken, everything was silent. Let's see what she says. "Please stop!" Greta cried. "Your greedy behavior is spoiling our home. You've broken the trees and trampled the forest, and now the bees and birds have flown away. These animals are homeless, and our forest is dying." You think the giants could hear her? Let's see. But then everyone in the crowd began to shout, "The smoke from your fires is choking the air. Please stop cutting down the trees. Mend my home. You can help plant some new ones. We need change. We need to take care of our forest and live together. Will you please try?" they all said. Look, how are these giants feeling? Let's see, how are they feeling? I think they look a bit sad and guilty. The giants shuffled and fidgeted and stamped their feet on the ground. They were embarrassed and a little bit sad. You see, the giants were so busy building, they didn't see what they were doing to the forest and the animals that live out there. The giants felt terrible. "We're sorry," they said. They promised to try harder. Well, what does it even mean? Let's see what it means. So from that day on, greedy giants were so greedy. They slowed down and learned to sit quietly. They stopped working all the time and instead took up new hobbies. They stopped chopping down trees and learned all about gardening and living in the forest. They cooked and repaired and tidied and checked. Before long, the forest became more beautiful than they could ever have imagined it. Look how beautiful the forest was. This story is inspired by a real girl called Greta Thunberg. When Greta was not much older than you, she found about something called climate change. This means that the world's getting hotter and hotter. This is causing lots of damage. The scientists all agree that this rising temperature is down to human activity. When we burn coal, oil and gas, called fossil fuels, something called carbon dioxide is released into the air. This makes the world warm up. The polar ice is melting and the sea levels are rising. Forests are being chopped down and animals are left homeless. And then Greta came and she's telling all of us, please, please stop doing that. Help us. Help us. And look how beautiful the forest can be when we start helping the forest.